Today, first of all, I'd like to ask you, are you happy? Very happy? Are you sure? Yes. You know, people always has persona. All of us, each of us has their own persona. To be good in front of people. To let them know that you are perfect. To dress well for others to look. But every single one has tension. Also could be trauma. Do you have trauma? Sorry, you don't need to answer. Trauma could be light trauma in the family. When you are with the alcoholic parents, or you are with a very naughty brother, something like that. It is a soft trauma. But you feel something. Or maybe one time you were hit by your dad and you never forget. Maybe memory here, you already thought that, you already forgot. But body never. Body has memory. And we always abuse it. We control body. We would go for meditation to soothe your mind. But what have you done for your own body? Wearing high heel shoes for others to look at. Okay? Dress up very tightly, stomach to look good in front of others. But you know that brain never rests. Heart never rests for 100 years. If you are about to be there. Yes. So TRE that I'm going to talk about is really a tool for lifetime. And only once you learn, you don't need to talk. No need to go for therapist, do anything. Psychologist, doesn't matter. But it is the tool for you to relax and give back to your body that you own. This is the house. You came at the beginning only soul, and you met with the house. Oh, okay, be born. And then you use and abuse it. And then when you died, you just gone astray, But the body just where? It's not you anymore. I'm really fond of this technique. I'm going to tell you what it is, TRE. The TRE is a tool for self-intervention. And I'm not going to describe by myself because the founder already described it in the YouTube that I'm going to show you from now. Please. The long one. Yeah. Dr. David Bashari, the founder.
I want to give a brief explanation of the tension and trauma releasing exercise process, which tries to express both its simplicity and its complexity. The exercises are designed to mildly stretch and stress certain muscle groups. And they start with the feet and the ankles, and then move up to the calf muscles, and then the quadricep muscles, the adductors and hamstring muscles, and then into the psoas muscle. Now it's important to stop here and mention the psoas muscle since it's integral to the tension and trauma releasing exercises. The psoas muscles actually insert in the top of the femur, or which is the top leg bone. And then they move through the pelvis up into the spine, which is actually their origin, and they attach to the front of the lumbar vertebrae of the spine. The psoas muscle, or the psoas major, is the only muscle that connects the legs and the pelvis and the trunk of the body. That's why it's particularly significant. It has been recognized by many professionals that tightness in the psoas muscle is often what creates pain in the lower back, the neck, and the shoulders. Since it is also considered the fight or flight muscles, chronic contraction of this muscle tends to keep the nervous system on high alert. After we have exercised these particular muscle groups, the last exercise is to lay on the floor and pick up the pelvis, which stretches the core body muscles. So that now we've moved all of the muscle groups from the feet all the ways up through the legs, pelvis, and into the back and up to the shoulders. Now what does this produce? The stretching helps to activate what's called central pattern generators. Now central pattern generators move up through the spine in a process called crosstalk. Central pattern generators are networks of neurons located inside the gray matter in the center of the spinal column. And the central pattern generators are responsible for the tremoring mechanism moving up through the spinal column and into the brain. Once the stimulation is received into the brain, it can go into three different parts of what's called the Triune Brain. The first part is the brainstem, considered the reptilian brain. The second part is the limbic system, or the mammalian brain. And the third part is the cortex, or the human part of the brain. Now once this information goes into these three parts of the brain, and it gets to the cortex, it goes into what's called the intrinsic connectivity network. Basically, this is three parts of the cortex that are involved in the communication of how to process the tremor mechanism. So once the information gets to the cortex, it goes into what's called the salience network, or the switch. It's called the switch because it's this part of the cortex and this part of the network that determines whether the information coming from the body should be sent to what's called the central executive network, or the thinking mode, and therefore it should potentially do something with this information. Or should it go to the default mode network, or the rest mode, where this information is taken in as a reflective experience or connecting to some experience of the past. Now this entire process is assisted by what's called the transcortical loop. The transcortical loop sends information through afferent neurons from the body to the brain. And the brain's response is to use efferent neurons as part of the transcortical loop to return some type of information back into the body. And by repeating the exercises and activating the tremor mechanism, this entire activity continues to loop its way around through the brain and the body and the nervous system. And it appears that by continuously activating this series of mechanisms, a reorganizational behavior emerges in the individual's brain, spine, nervous and myofascial systems, as well as their life as a whole. Now what I mean by as well as their life as a whole, basically is if the nervous system is calming down and the body is going into a state of relaxation and homeostasis is being reintroduced into the body. The desire for social engagement or social interaction with other people automatically produces itself, meaning you don't have to try to be socially interactive because you feel calm and safe and comfortable with yourself, and this produces a sense of calmness, safety, and comfort to extend yourself into social relationship with others. And this is the process of TRE. It's about activating a shaking mechanism in the body that has positive effects of moving the body towards health in an integrated manner.
Thank you. I'm really grateful to him as a founder of the TRE organization. This organization was funded by the DOE, Department of Department of Defense, that are now doing research with the veterans all over U.S. right now. So Dr. David Bashiri is a social worker as well as the neurologist, and he's a lecturer at the Arizona State University. You can find him by typing TRE and David Bashiri. Now, as a musician, so my degree is ethnomusicologist, dealing with the music and human. So I make use of my music in addition to the TRE technique, because music provided you more than what you think. Music created by human, and it is the reflection of feeling, emotion, everything in there. That's why when you listen to music, you can feel the same. It's kind of mirror neuron. That every single one different ethnic tribe, you can feel the rhythm and feel the melody. So next, I'm going to show you very closely the exercises, the 6 exercises that I need volunteer to come later. Oh, one, Dikra, okay. Yes, and one more. Yes, please. Oh, you were very straightful in your presentation or not? No? Yes, please come, please come. So calm you down, okay? Okay, so the first, before that, I want to share with you our loss and grief in our country, the national grief that we've done, the drawing that we will write paper together with Raquel that reflect feeling towards the king, overwhelming with love and, carrying everything. That why I wear this black. From the beginning, yellow. This is the king color. And now, after he passed away last October, now we change to be black. When you go to Thailand, black all over and all over country. This is the national grief. So this is him, Dr. David. And it is a psoas muscle that hold your trunk and your below part together. Without this muscle, I don't know what would it be as a human without this very significant muscle. And it is the first step. So we will do together. If you want, you can stand up and do over there. But if you don't have energy to do today, tomorrow, come to my workshop, okay? We're going to start with the standing very still, and you just make your root here on the ground, just like you need to go into the ground, okay? And if anyone push you, very difficult, I will test, if don't do lock knee, we do soft knee like this, so you can be more balanced. Can I touch you? Okay. Be very grounded, stable. And then we will do half foot like this together. We will start the exercise ankle together like this. And then breathe in and out 3 rounds, okay? And then we do another side, and then breathe in and out 3 rounds, okay? In order to synchronize all of you, that's why I composed the music for this, okay? I'm going to turn on my music so we can do together. Still, you know? Okay, number 1. You just follow me. Very still. Digging into the ground. And then half foot in and out. Breathe in. Out. In and out. Change. In. Feel really tight at your ankle, okay? Tight. Again. Follow the music. Up. Still. Release. Feeling really tight at your ankle. Change. Really tight, really tight. Next, stop. So we don't have much time. We do only sample of each one. Next one will be, stop. We will do the second one that I composed music to fit this posture. Okay. Try to touch next door, your neighbor. And then stand on your toe, very high, very high. And then slightly come down. Don't let your heel touch the floor. And then go up. If not comfortable, come here. You can touch. You can touch here. Yeah, okay? Stand on your toe, very high. And then come down. Don't hurt yourself. Okay? If you feel hurt, stop. Okay? Up. Up, up, up. Hear music. Very high. And then come down. Don't touch the floor. Almost touch the floor. You have to touch this. Actually, if you can touch the chair, that will be better. Yeah. Or touch the chair. Yeah. Up, high. High, really high. High. Still, and then down. Slowly coming down. Don't touch the floor yet. And then go up again. If you can't do any more this one, you change to another foot. Okay? Change. Do again. check out. So the body, yeah, will not remember that one. So next one. And then the third one. The third one, we will sit in the air. How to do it? Okay, like someone put the chairs behind you and then you sit. Yeah, shoulder width like this. Okay. And music, please. We're going to do only one leg lift. Like this. One leg up. Lift your butt up. And the same. Down. Sit. Back. Sit back. Sit back. Sit. 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 Yeah. Up again. Up. 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 Get hurt? If you get hurt, come here. Like this. Okay. And you change your leg. If you are in that position, change your leg. Okay, change your leg. Up and down the same. Down, down, down. Sit down. Sit on the chair. Yeah, and then up. Now one more time. Now one more time. If you can't do it, you go on the wall. Okay? Up, 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 up. Okay. Now check. Next one. So next one is
Easier.
next one is the psoas. Now, okay, we try to put the psoas like this, and this position you breathe in and out through your mouth, okay, as you can. Front, one side, and look at your elbow. Another side, look at your elbow. Each one you breathe in and out through your mouth, okay? 1, 2, 3. Pelvis. Side. Change. In the front. Finish in the front. Okay. Next one. The same song. In the front. The same breathe. And then to the side. And then finish here at the back. Okay, check. Next one, last one is wall sit. Come to the wall if you can. If you can't, you can sit and watch.
Preparation for skiing.
Yes. Okay. Last one. Okay.
There is
90 degrees.
wall sit.
Wall sit. let go. Oh. Yes, I want you to look at the video. We don't have time to go further because
We
it's
have
not
to release
workshop.
the muscles
Now the
here.
last video. Okay, last one. I want to show
Now everybody
to
gets a
you
massage.
one of the vegetarian that using this technique, and then he got a lot better for his PTSD. And even the fibromyalgia that reported is gone. Amazing. So you can see this
I'm
video.
here to talk to you about the experience I had with the trauma release exercise. When I first got through that ego-driven portion of the exercises, I started to experience this trembling in my core. Like I started shaking
You're going to lay down
uncontrollably in my core,
at the end.
which
so
kind
you
of
don't
felt
have-
good. It was
This
a
will
good
happen.
releasing type movement, almost like a automatic massage of my internal muscles that stabilize your body. And then it worked directly up into my shoulders, where I presumed that I had trauma stored. And at first it was just one shoulder, then it was both shoulders, and then it started to be my hips and my shoulders, and then it became this convulsing forward, which you saw in the video. It's interesting because what we put together is that my experience with the roadside IMP going off was that I was in the turret, I was facing this way, and I probably, when the blast went off, pulled over this way, which brings that one shoulder into it, and I start trembling. And then, as I breathed into the effect more, I started to have emotions come up with it, and memories, and what happened was it was almost like a gas escaping from my body. That's the only way I can describe it. And it was incredible. Something left. And I'm not sure exactly what it was, but the whole experience overall was incredible. When I got done, I was incredibly relaxed. I had some of the best sleep I've ever had. And again, put the ego aside and do this. You'll thank me forever.
Yes, I thank Dr. David forever, and in order to let go for some that already have vibration during a break, I invite you to come 3 person, to release it. Okay, the rest can go for a cup of tea. Okay, thank you very much for today. If you are interested tomorrow, okay, sit down.
Is that the end
Sit
of
down.
the lecture chain? Is that the end of the lecture? Okay, maybe important to tell people that this is a reaction that animals show.
Oh yeah, the animal when they do freezing, it is the same thing, and then the psoas release. Yeah.
So that's how animals cope with trauma. Yeah, and that is really a great principle. Yeah.
You look at me first, okay? Like this. And then when I say lift, you lift like this for 1 minute. And then when I say like down, and when I say knees up, like 2 inches around that, and let go. That's it. Okay, start. Anyone, please, you're welcome. Or the butterfly next to your butt. Up. Yes. Yes. Okay. Next to your butt. And then lift your butt until I say down. Okay. If anything going on, just let go. Okay. Where the knee. Okay. And feel the vibration. Your body. Vibration.
Do it, shall you stick in your belly towards the floor or no?
Yes. I will not let everyone do the same time. But look at